4 or 5 just to kind of go over the last few things that I have project shares anyways, the last few project shares. Sorry, I'm trying to get my other thing to work so I can see if anybody is chatting. Okay, there I go. So I wanted to show the last few things that ladies that have emailed me for. So I hopefully can get through those in the next hour, I'm hoping, because I'm so slow at showing all my stuff. Okay, so this I kind of already showed in like the first video, but yeah, we're gonna start with, oops, I'm just moving everything around. 1 second. Okay, I hope that's light enough. We're gonna start with this little cute suitcase that I have. It's super cute. I love it. It's made out of cardstock. It's nice and sturdy and heavy duty, and you could totally, you know, like upcycle it and make it however you want. It has a very cute little tag that was made for me by Miss Rosie, and on it it says just for you, but you could totally like cover it in fabric or whatever you like, you know, it's easily alterable. So I just have it tied with some pretty ribbons, and inside of here there's a bunch of pretty stuff. So we'll go through that. I don't want him knocking over. Okay, so we'll start with the appliques. So these are some like vintagey appliques. Hi Rebecca, how are you? Here's some tatting. I'm just kind of doing project shares right now, but if anybody's interested in anything, they can message me, because I'm gonna do, I believe, like a garage sale type thing, but on here. But right now people are just messaging me if they're interested, and I'm kind of showing what the price would be. But yeah, they're just sending me an email when I write it on the little tag. But this is a really cute just little suitcase. Hi Jude and Rebecca, thank you guys for stopping by. This is a vintage bridal applique. There's 2 of these appliques. They're like collars, you know, like a really cute lace collar. So there's 1 for each side. And then here's another gorgeous vintage bridal applique. The sequins are turning the yellow. I love that. It just looks so much more vintagey. This is a really sweet applique as well. And there's one of these in here too, which I've shown in the other videos. But yeah, if you're interested in anything, you can definitely email me. A couple ladies have emailed me, and that's all I need is just an email. But yeah, there's some little dangly bits on these. These I think are going to be gorgeous on any project, and they're so easy to use because they're still on the backing, and they're, you know, hand beaded. So there's a little baby doily. Here's another, I don't know which way, oh, another little applique, just a little one on netting. This is a cute little bobbin with some tatting, as you can see, and some vintage ribbon. That's cute with the blue and the pink. Super sweet. And then here's some more laces. This one's pretty wide. It kind of looks like tape lace, but it's not. And then here's some rosette trim, which I love this. This is so fun to put on your projects on the spine of something. And it's on like a cute floral postcard. And then there's also some little rosettes, so you can cut apart if you'd like. There's a couple of these little dangly roses, which are fun, again, to add to your projects. They're super sweet. I have a couple stamped fabric pieces. Again, you can use on your journals or your needle books or whatnot. So there's that one. I love this texture, this fabric. And then this one is on just on some vintage cotton. Then there is this really sweet little lace, and this one. I hope you all are having a lovely evening. I love this lace. This is a lace that I got from KS for You a long time ago. She used to have it, and it's such a beautiful, thick cotton lace. It's so gorgeous. Thank you, Jude. And here's another sweet little trim. I love that one. There's definitely over a yard of that on there. Here's some Rococo trims. There's this one. These little simple ones without the flowers. Sweet Rococo trim. And then this one. I love that. That French Rococo trim is just so stunning. It's so fun to use in your projects. And there's some of this gorgeous rosette trim with the pink and the green. It looks like leaves. And then there's a cotton trim under it. There's some of this beautiful handmade trim. Love. And then there's also this trim, and I really like this trim. It's so sweet. You could run a ribbon through it. It would be really fun to use. And then this little dainty cotton trim. This is like a policy envelope, and I put the little dangly trim on it. It's one of the cotton ones. And then this beautiful trim is on it as well. So sweet. I think that might have been from, or no, I don't think that one's from Julie. This is a beautiful lace I got a long time ago. It's so gorgeous and soft. And this old vintage type of lace. I think Julie used to have some like that too, which is KS for You. There's this really sweet embroidered trim. And then this is like almost like a leaf trim with the green and the pink on it. It's really sweet. It's like a smaller piece. And then this is on a chiffon. It's embroidered, and it's a beautiful trim to use as well. So there's quite a bit of stuff in here. This is a vintage trim. I love this trim. It's so intricate and detailed. Such a lovely trim. So this is like a mix of old and new. Here's some cotton trim. And I really love this old, it's not old, sorry, this cotton flower trim. You can cut all of these little flowers apart and use them. I've done that, and this is on like a library card, I believe. There is this, which I got from Rosie, and these are collars. They're so sweet. They're beautiful collars. And they are quite long. Even still has the price on there. So beautiful long collars that I had purchased from Rose a long time ago and never used them, just kept them in my vault. Then there's this lovely trim, so beautiful. I love this trim. Look at this. Oh, I love these dangles. I think this might have been a case for you trim. I love the crosses. It's so pretty, so pretty. It's a long time ago, so I'm talking like, I don't know, 5-10 years. But yeah, it's beautiful. There's also this sweet gathered netted trim. There's over a yard of that in here. And that is super pretty. There's some of this trim, and it reminds me of like a rope, like the texture on this gimp. It looks almost like a rope. It'd be like really cool, I think, on like a an ocean journal or sailing or something like that. And then you get a big chunk of this dangle lace, which is super long. Look at all those dangles. They're like little vines too, and you can totally cut them out individually, and that's how I usually use it, because I can't, I'm like, how am I going to use the whole piece? It's like over a half yard. Dangle lace, super beautiful, and it's cotton. I love it. I love this lace so much. We all love our dangles, don't we? And it's so long. Then you got some of this bridal trim. It's super beautiful. It has sequins on it. It's like a trim you'd see on like the bottom of like a wedding dress or something. Very pretty. And then I put some of this beautiful fabric in here. It's a fat quarter. Super cute. And then there is this collar in the bottom. So this is like a collar, something I can imagine like an Amish woman maybe wearing, or like super old vintage type clothing. So it's got this beautiful cotton, and then look at the edging, how gorgeous it is. I think it's meant to look like tatting, but it's not. It's a lace. And then you also have this beautiful applique on here. And it's a functional collar. It still has, it's completely there, still has its button and everything. So it's a beautiful collar. So that is in the very bottom. And so this, I was going to call, here, let me see what I wrote on my notepad. Oops. Of course, I can't find anything. Hold on, I'm just going to put this stuff back real quick. I know I can put it all in there lovingly after, so I don't take so long to show everything. Ooh, pins. And I do put pins in my stuff. I just like the look of it. It's rather than using like glue and tape. Where is my, sorry, 1 second. Okay, so I'm just gonna call it white suitcase. And this is just in case you email me with your interest. And I do everything on PayPal. Yeah, you could slow stitch on it. That'd be super cute. I'm gonna put white suitcase. Ooh, man. I I'm so bad at this. Okay. There's only one of these. It's the only one. You get the suitcase and all the stuff inside of it. So white suitcase, 78. Okay, so that's going in. I'm going to put it all back together nice and pretty in a little bit. I'm just keeping all my stuff written down because when people email me, I forget. Okay, next thing I'm going to show is this. It's I called it... it's a big embellishment box. And it's full of big embellishment box. So on the top you can see, so what it is it's one of these wooden trays, and I turned it into like an embellishment box. I have this beautiful velvet tie on it, and it has all these little dangly bits and stamens, and then it has this beautiful bling piece that I do believe came from KS for You a long time ago. I'm just saying a long time ago because it, you know, like if you look now, I'm sure it's different things in her supplies. Okay, and so how this opens is like a big matchbox. So it opens just like that, and I use this beautiful paper that I got from the lovely Paula Fowler. I miss her. She's such a wonderful person. She's in heaven now, though, I'm sure. So yeah, look at all these little pretties. Yummy. Yumminess, right? Oh, I gotta get my little tray here to show you. So first of all, you get these clay flowers. Oh, see, I poked myself and now I'm bleeding. Super cute. Beautiful clay flower clusters. There's some stamens with the pearl leaves. Super sweet. Here's another one of those clay flowers, and it has a little hook there so you could like dangle it on something. It's like, you know, with the wiring, the twisting. And then there's a lot of little bling. This is a little bling pearl flower. Here's a little filigree flower. This is a sweet little button. Oh, here's a vintage piece of jewelry. It's a cameo. It's so lovely. It's hand painted on there. I think it says Joy. I don't know. It says they signed it right there. But you can see it's got texture, so I believe it's hand painted. It's a really sweet cameo. There's some more filigree. I'm gonna dump this out. Just didn't want to show you all the loose pieces. There's this little dolly peg with this sweet heart lace on it, a yard. Super sweet. I'm just gonna put all these little loose pieces on here. Like, you got lots of filigree, and it's a book plate and like a metal leaf. Super cute. There's some super old vintage keys. I love altering vintage keys. I got those from the antique store. It's a little crochet flower. This is a really sweet embellishment. There's also some really old, these are bottle caps, and they have cork in them because I got them from the antique store and I was going to embellish them, but I never did. I forget if these were, it was to seal something. Cute little bear button. Another sweet gold button. We have little keys and a lock that work. Put that on a journal, that'd be cute. The little filigree piece. More filigree. Get all the filigree pieces. I love using filigree on your journal covers. It really adds so much, and you can change the color of the metal so easily with any of those rub and buff type of stuff. Hi, Candy. Thank you, June. What's that? This is a really pretty bead that I got from Miss Rosie. Another little bear and flower. Some cute vintage buttons. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? The detail. I love it. So just tons of stuff in here. So little embellishments, little crown. That reminds me of Paula. I've been thinking about her a lot lately. There's this old button. It says limited edition. More filigree pieces and buttons. There's an old clasp and vintage keys. Look at the coloring on that. Super cool. Yeah, so lots of bits and bobs and fun stuff. You know, embellishments to use on your projects if you're gonna do a journal or a needle book. I love making both of those. This is a really cool, so here's some more pieces and bling. This is a clasp, or this is a clasp from an old necklace. Or I believe it was old. It maybe just meant to look old. It says Judy Lee or something, but it's missing the stone, but you can still, you know, reuse it. It's one of those clasps that's like that. Super cute. Thought that would be a fun little dangle. Another little pin. Yeah, so all that fun stuff is in there. And then you also get a bunch of little doodads. Oops, sorry, let me fix the camera. So let me dump this stuff off of here. So there's a bunch of these little containers. I love filling these full of things like the buttons with the check rhinestones. There's pearls. There's little baby pearl buttons. More check buttons. There's dangly bits. Like this is a little dangle. You can see. And like there's little pearl dangles. So a ton of stuff you can, more pearl beads. Just tons of things you can embellish everything that you have with. So there's that one. And then there's this one is full of pearl beads and buttons, as you can see. And this one is full of, looks like beautiful buttons, vintage buttons, like the ones with the check rhinestones, and pearl buttons, and some beautiful crystals and other dangly bits. Oh, and then there's this. This is really cute. I'm gonna take out a few of these. I love these little bead caps. Are they not the cutest? And then you have like the small and the medium size. So sweet. I don't want to open all these up or I will be looking through this stuff forever. But I did take care to fill them with all the stuff we love, or I love, and I think a lot of you love too. This is all vintage buttons, and there's little flowers in there as well. Oh, I love vintage buttons. And they're all in the cream color. That's like my favorite. And then also there's one more, and this one has rhinestone chain as well as some more pretty buttons. So, with rhinestones in them and mother of pearl buttons. So that's in those 5 containers. And then there's 2 of these, which this one's full of little tiny resin roses, pink, purple, and cream, as well as buttons. You can see in there. And there's also rhinestones in there as well. Yeah, there's rhinestones in there as well. So that's a cute little mix. And then in here we have some clay flowers, like those ones. There's bling in here. There's these super vintage little doll clothes, pearl buttons, crystals. This is a rhinestone. You know, there you can see when you open it. Little flowers. That's a clay. I love these clay flowers. I'm hoping to get some more from Julie, because she said she has them, a lot of them. I love putting these in these things. And then there's this little adornment and a bunch of little tiny bits and bobs. So that's all in there. Let's see if I can get it all back in here now that I took it out. That's the trick, right? Okay, it all went in, except maybe a couple things that fell off. Then there's this. This is a cute little pin. You can see that you can pin on a journal or a needle book. Then there is also this, which is full of the little pink, purple, and cream roses, as well as rhinestones. It has been raining for days straight here, and we just have like puddles outside. It's crazy. This sweet little vintage patch, daisy patch. There's this trim wrapped around this old button card. And then, oops, you have more pearls. This is a pearl, and like it's a chain. It's really cool. More buttons, and then you have in here more of those little baby clothes buttons, more of the porcelain flowers, and more buttons, more of the check, beautiful check rhinestone buttons, and the bead necklace things. So just a whole bunch of stuff in here, really. And then you have one more container with a whole bunch of beautiful things. You can see it's just got all the stuff that's like a bow, all the stuff we love, buttons, just all the pretty things, loads of buttons, dollars and dollars worth of buttons is what I can say. So we all know those aren't cheap anymore, huh? Especially getting the vintage ones. Okay, so how did I have this put back together? So, yeah, so this is the big embellishment box. It has a ton of stuff in it. Okay, I have these this. I don't remember how I had it. But it all has to fit back together. All don't forget all the metal pieces, like keys and little rhinestones that came with it too from the beginning. Look at that button. Isn't that pretty? It's like in really good shape too for being vintage. So yeah, this is the big embellishment box. Sorry, my thing went out. Oh, I don't want to put that in last. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Jude, you live in New Zealand, don't you? How's the weather over there? Is it summer right now for you, or is it like opposite? I forget if you guys are opposite. I haven't talked to you in so long. I forget if you guys are opposite seasons as us. Like it's winter here. I love these. They're so sweet. So we just gotta put all this back in here so it will close up nice and neat. And it will fit. I hope. Let's all hope it fits back in. Ooh, it's doing good. It's hot and humid. Coming into autumn, hun. Yeah, like we're about to be hitting spring. Yeah, we're in winter and about to be hitting spring. So yeah, you're opposite us. So crazy. March is more settled for us. Oh, well, that's nice. Oops. No, it says I have 3 people watching. But the main thing is to just get these videos made for the ladies who are emailing me. So they can get in their pre-stuff. Okay. So this is the big embellishment box. And this is going to be... What are we going to put? $25. And again, I'm not like selling on here right now. This is just email me if you're interested. I'm just getting everything labeled and ready and showing what I've been up to lately. So that one's shown. Yay, we can move on. All right. Next up is this market. It's called the Market Box. It's super cute. Has little wood grain, has a cow on it. It's like a super vintage looking box. It says, "Find me in Provision Company since 1952. Super sweet bow on it with these awesome, this card I made. Button card with all these pretty, beautiful pieces on here. And then in here it says Farmer's Market. So you can see it's all pretty stuff. There's sweet little sequin and pearl. This is a like little pink sequin leaf. This is a really sweet sequin and beaded leaf. Then on here, I kind of just did a cluster of everything. There's little appliques, little tiny crochet pieces, just these little pieces of lace, there's like 3 of the roses dangles. They just folded together. Another piece of lace. Just trying to keep everything together and pretty. So I love connecting it all with one of these pins from Tim Holtz. You know, I think presentation is so important, and it's so, I just love presenting things when it's beautiful like that. Look at that vintage applique. It's stunning. This is another vintage applique, like from the 80s vintage, and it is new old stock though. Look at that sparkle. So it's like pure white, pretty. Then we have, this is some, oops, some more of those beautiful, long, large, gorgeous applique pieces. There is a little age mark on here, you can see. Here's some tatting and a little doily. Beautiful. Another little rose. And here's a little butterfly. And then I put this canvas tag on here. I thought it was cute. Just some cute little packaging details. I'm going to fold this back up. Sweet, sweet. And then you got this little box of doodads. You can see, here, I'll open it. So there is some vintage buttons. This is a check rhinestone adornment. It's so stunning. Doesn't look like a wedding ring. It's beautiful. There's some clay flowers in here. Some white ones and some big beads. Look at this. That's a pretty rhinestone. So stunning. And you got some little pearls, little crystals, lots of little beautiful things. Sarah does present her beautiful work to you all around. Thank you. You're so kind, Jude. You are so kind. I wish you didn't live so far away. Shipping is like horrible. Here's some beautiful lace and a little doily and some pretty handmade, hand crocheted trim. Here's some more gorgeous trims. This is pink and this is like a sage green with purple. There's over, I believe, a yard of this one. It's so sweet and stunning. Couple more really cute trims with the pink ribbon, and then just another sweet vintage lace and a doll peg. Here's some more sweet, oh, what do you call this? Just embroidered trims, floral embroidered. It's really pretty. It's like yellow, green, blue, pink, a little bit of purple. There's this really sweet collar. It's hand crocheted and it's in pristine condition. I don't see any age marks or anything on here. It's just really in great condition. Still has its button on here to close it with. Just like that. And you could totally wear this. Like, it's perfect. It would also be really cute to put as like edging on a journal or a needle book or anything. I mean, I'm altering clothes lately and I just love adding pieces like that. Here's some cotton trims. Really sweet. Some other vintage trims. Look at this vintage lace or ribbon. It's so cute. Some more beautiful trim. Haha, he would be dynamite. Our hubsters will have to go live out in their man caves. Yep. Right. This is a beautiful lace. I believe this used to be something KS for you used to sell. This is a gorgeous embroidered lace. It's got the purple. So you see I got some colors going on here. I do a lot of neutrals, but this is a beautiful purple and sage green lace. There's a yard of it, and it is stunning, and it's on this, it's so soft. It's on this very soft tulle. It's beautiful. And then there's this gorgeous little rolled rose. I love these. And you got 6 of these beautiful flowers, rosettes. And then I put this piece of fabric in here because it kind of matches the box with the wood grain. And there's like a fat quarter of, I believe it's a fat quarter. Yeah, it looks like it, of this wood grain, or vintage type looking wood grain fabric. And that is all in this box. I can put this all back together real quick. I like how you put hubsters. That's cute. So lots of fun things in here to play with and use in your crafty projects. I got that one. Oh, I want to put this little guy in here too. Make sure it fits well. There we go. The appliques from the beginning. All the pretty pieces will fit back together. And then this box is really nice. It's magnetic, so that's always a plus. It goes right back together. This one I was calling, where did I put my notebook? I called it Market Box. So this is the Market Box. And we are going to do $37. Okay. So that's the Market Box. And again, not having a sale right now. I'm just setting up my stuff and showing you everything that I've been up to. Just want to make sure that's apparent because I've had issues in the past. Okay, so you can email me if you're interested. So I have a couple more things. I know I'm already getting the call from my husband, so I better hurry up. So this is a really cute, it's a 3-tiered matchboxes. So you can see like bling bits and bobs, my pretties, and lovely laces. It's super cute. It's 3 tiers. You can put your own little, you know, names on there. I just kind of put those in there just as a cute little thing. I also put this on there. It's just a cute little thing to connect the boxes, and these all do come apart. They're just stacked together. And this is, again, I got the wood boxes, and they have the cute little frames on each side of them. And I put beautiful, gorgeous paper, like from Prima paper on there. Like, look at that. So pretty. So in this first box is full of bling bits and bobs. So this is full of gorgeousness. Like, look at that vintage check rhinestone. Look at this one. It's so stunning And you got one of those. You got some clay flowers. Absolutely beautiful. There is some vintage buttons. There's also this vintage choker necklace that I put in there. Super sweet. I don't remember. It's not vintage. It just looks vintage. But it would be really cute wrapped around a journal. There's some adornments. There's some cabochons. All you do is you take the rub buff and you put it on there. There's some really cool buttons and filigree pieces. Some really pretty crystals, pink crystals. Look at that pretty heart button, wood button. So cute. So there's some little applique pieces in here. Look at these crystals. They're just so stunning. They're glass. There's some little bits and bobs like these. You can cut it apart and they're little sequin flowers. They're so sweet. Another little applique. Just little things you can use in your projects. This would be a cute little dangle to dangle on something. It's on a safety pin right now. Let me try to get it in the right formation so you can see what it is. If I could. I can't get it. Or wait, there we go. So it's like a little dangle tassel. There's these beautiful, I love these pearls. They are so awesome to use. There's some flat back, really sweet flowers in here. There's clay flowers. There's some beautiful buttons with the rhinestones in them. Some bling. There's some Tim Holtz pins. More bling. More bling. The pearls. There's just lots of pretty bits and bobs and everything fun in life, we can say. Or in my opinion, of course, everybody's got different opinions. So that is on the blings, bobs, and bits and bobs and bling, or whatever I called it. So this is this one is called the 3-tier matchbox. This one has my pretties. And again, it opens up like this. And I put a ton of my handmade doilies in here. So these are all handmade. Beautiful doilies, handmade. Look at this little tiny flower. It's all handmade. Lovely, lovely handmade doilies and flowers that you can use. And I love putting these things in needle books. I think it's so sweet to put handmade crochet in needle books. Done that many times. It's a really sweet gesture, I think, to put handmade crochet in your needle books. Here's some like handmade crochet trim. It's only about, I believe, 12 inches. And here's a little sweet little dangly vine that I made. More little sweet little flowers. Another little trim, little flower trim. It's not very long. It's not even 12 inches. It's probably about 8 inches. Again, I think these would be so sweet in a needle book or journal or something like that. Some more crochet flowers. There's some tatting. There's also some just little beautiful little flowers from the scraps from this old material that I cut out that I just loved tatting. Some more of those beautiful flowers that you could pile together. More crochet. There's a couple of these beautiful appliques I got from Miss Dawn. I love that they're on netting and they're cotton embroidered. There's some absolutely stunning appliques. Look at that. Look how many beads are on there on the applique. This alone is like a, I don't know, $12 applique. It's so beautiful. And it's so soft, you know, for how many beads it has on it. This is a beaded applique trim. You can cut these into 4, so you did 4 different ones. They're like little, oh, what do you call those? Flitteries? I can't even say it. Here's a string of some small white pearls from, where did these come from? I think they came from Turkey, and they're just on the string. It's not like a necklace or anything. There's some more little bits and bobs that you could use in your projects. Look at that dangly bit. It's so cute. So cute. And then you got a half a yard of this gorgeous trim, and it's on like both sides. I don't know if you can see that. So it's so thick, like, and you can cut this apart. Like I usually, because if you see, it comes, the edges come off of both sides, so you can just cut like, you know, an inch of it and you got 4 danglers. So this is a beautiful, beautiful trim, and you can get so much use out of it. And then there's also this lovely little, I think it's from a child's outfit. It's a eyelet embroidered vintage collar from a child's garment. It's so lovely, and the cotton is so soft. It's so old. It looks so old. I believe it's from a child's garment. It even looks like a little bib, maybe. It's really sweet. So that's in that one. I just cherish these little things like this. I know we all do. So I know it's gonna go to a good home. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and for your thumbs up. I really appreciate your time. It's fun to just go through all this little stuff. All these little appliques and all the crochet. So much hand crochet. I just hope you know I know you know how much time it takes to crochet all this stuff like this. It's very, very, very time consuming. And all these little bits are so fun to decorate everything with. I mean, you can decorate your clothing, you can decorate your needle books, junk journals, you can decorate, I mean, you name it, you can decorate with the crochet. So those are my pretties. That's what that box is named. It's the 3-tier matchboxes. Just making sure everything's going back together nicely. Okay, and then the biggest tier says lovely laces. Okay. And again, look at this beautiful paper. So stunning. It's another one I got from beautiful Miss Paula. This gorgeous vintage, super old eyelet is so beautiful. I remember Paula used to love eyelet. And then you have this gorgeous, super thick daisy trim, which you could cut these apart and they're so fun to use. Beautiful. These two vintage trims, there's this one that's like woven, and this is a tatted trim. Super stunning. This is another woven trim. Just love those. And then this sweet vintage lace that's super dainty and gorgeous. This is all tatting. It's beautiful. I ironed it, so it should be in good shape. Because it was all wrapped around everything. So I was like, this needs to be ironed. This is some hand crocheted trim. It's absolutely stunning. Look at this. And it's from Turkey. It's so beautiful. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, crocheting flowers in fine cotton is pretty awesome. This is some hand crocheted trim. It's super sweet and dainty. Here's another beautiful cotton trim. I love this trim. It's so beautiful. And then this trim that's been all over the place, but I still love it. This is some antique lace right here. It's absolutely stunning. It has these, like, this texture, and it's just so detailed. Look at that. It's so beautiful. And then you also have this one on the bottom, which is another beautiful woven type of lace. Lovely. I love that lace. I kind of spread it as much as I could through everything. And then these definitely are lovely laces. This is a hand crocheted gorgeous lace. This is some more of that beautiful, this is handmade, like woven. I think you guys have probably seen videos where they use like the bobbins, like the bobbin lace. That's what this is. And then this is just some, I think this is crochet. I'm not, it's either crochet or woven. Super beautiful pieces in here. So we got these 3 tiers of all these pretty pieces. Yeah. So hard to let go of our lovelies, isn't it? But you know what? I think they'll actually be used if I let them go and not just be like I use them. The way I use them is by hoarding them. Hope it fits like a glove. Okay. Oops, sorry. So you got these 3 tiers. I was gonna do, and I am still, if I don't have any interest in this, gonna do an offer up thing, like for this, like where we do an offer. Don't, I just got a notification that says, don't throw away your paper scraps from Shabby Debbie Doodah's channel. Oh yeah, you can always use your paper scraps on so many different things. I love this. It's so cute, this little adornment. Yeah, so many pretty things on here. So this is called, where did my take? Oh, they're there. This is called 3-tier matchbox. And this is going to be, So on here, 100 or offer up, because the offer up is probably what we'll do when we do the actual sale, but this is just going to show and share everything first. And there's people that are emailing me if they're interested in pre-sale. Okay, so that's in there. I love this so much. So much, so much hand crochet in there. Okay, I got a few more things, but never enough time. So I want to show this. I made this bag. It is made out of, it's made out of a damask tablecloth, or not tablecloth, like kitchen cloth, and it's pretty big, as you can see. Here's the tie on it, and in here, which I kind of showed this dresser that I altered, but I haven't shown the full package deal here. So in here, I have a lace book that I made, handmade. Oops. So there's this gorgeous lace book that I handmade that has some amazing laces in it. And then there's also this, it's like a never-ending story here, this dresser that I altered. So isn't this so cute? I love this little doily. It just is so perfect on top of here. So inside of this dresser is full of a bunch of pretties and all the lovely things that we love. If you watch the first video, you kind of see what's in there, where I do like a part 1 of project share, but I'm gonna, I don't know if it's, well, let me show you the lace book first. So these two items come together in this bag, and this is the gorgeous lace book. Look at these beautiful laces. Oh, they're so stunning. And then the top is just as equally beautiful. I have all these laces tied on here. Isn't that so pretty? Sorry, my camera keeps on messing up. Let me actually move it so you can see. Like, look how cute these are going to be stood side by side. Get the bow. So sweet. Okay. I love this. So I need to take a quick break and come back, or I just think I'll just leave it live for a second while you guys can like get your look on. You guys can look at everything. Here, I'll even bring this forward so you can look at that too. So just give me like 5 minutes or less. I'll be right back. Oops, sorry, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm so sorry. All right. So, what's in here is we'll start with the lace book. It's just made out of like cardstock, well, heavy duty like cardstock, or well, cardstock covers like the thick cardboard. I think you can tell what I'm talking about. And I use like book pages. So this is the first lace. These are some of like my treasured laces that I've had for hoarded for a while. Beautiful lace, and it's so thick. It's so gorgeous. It's such a beautiful soft lace. And then this little tulip lace at the bottom is just absolutely stunning as well. The embroidery is so lovely. So there's like a yard of each of these. There's this dangle lace. You can see all the dangles, and I just a yard, and then I just tied it with this other little sweet lace just so the dangles didn't go everywhere. This sweet little dainty lace. I love it. Oh, I can't even get my finger in there. 1 second. Gotta get around the... There you go. That sweet little lace. So that's like a dangle lace. And then you have these two laces. So this one is really sweet. Embroidered, like it's like a silky embroidered flower on this beautiful netting. Lovely. And then this is it's either was called Italian lace, or I don't remember. It was a special lace though that I got, and it's embroidered on this netting, and it's stunning. Look at the detail in that. It's so lovely. And then we have this lace, which I've showed before, and a couple other things with the dangles. I just love this lace. And these dangles at the bottom, and it's cotton trim. I let go of it all. And then there's this beautiful like tiered flower lace. I've cut this kind of lace in made many appliques with it before. It's a beautiful Venice lace. And then this is an absolutely lovely, lovely lace. It's so soft. The netting is so soft. And it has this beautiful embroidery on it. And then this sweet lace, it's another really soft lace. It almost has like pansies, if you can see, like pansies embroidered on it. It's so sweet. And then this, oops, sorry, I'm knocking stuff over. Then this beautiful lace, this beautiful cotton lace. This is another lace I've just loved and adored. I think this one was from KS for You as well. So beautiful. And then this super soft. It's like that thick. This is just covering the top of it, and it's got this beautiful cutout at the bottom with the cotton embroidery. Oops, if you can see it. So beautiful little lace book with lots of gorgeous laces. So that is fun, and it just can stand up on your desk. You can put it sideways, any way to show it. You know, the person who did I think, tutorial on this, the first one was Annie Yee, Miss Garden Grove, and that's how I learned how to make them. And I've made many of these. I have tutorials on my channel, I think, of making these lace books. I also used to make them as kits and sell them. They're just really fun to use and have in your projects. So there's this beautiful lace book. And then you also would get this dresser that is altered by me. And let me see how I'm going to open this. So to find the end to pull. Has this little baby rickrack I got from Miss Rosie. Also, Rosie said she's having a sale soon, so keep an eye out. I love these fibers, and I love the little gold shimmery in it. It's so beautiful. I love this doily. It just fits on here perfectly. And then this is a velvet ribbon. Super pretty. Take the doily off. And then here's and you can totally alter this or whatever to your heart's desire. Okay, so in the bottom drawer, if I can get something stuck, let me see what is not coming out. Don't want anything to break. There's something that's stuck, or I'm sorry. What is that? Oh, it's a crystal. It's one of those, like, you know, those big crystals that you get from, like, chandeliers. So on this sweet little bobbin, I have this gorgeous little trim. On here, there's another sweet little baby trim. This is a really cool patch. It's super unique and different. It says it was made in India. I forget where I got this from, but it's just super vintage and unique. Robert, turn off your volume. And sorry about that. That was my husband. Also, I have, this is a collar. It's a beautiful collar that I have all clipped together. And there's this old vintage hat pin that's in it. And I'll show it to you. It's some kind of collar piece off of a super old vintage dress. Look at the workmanship on that. It was all just scrunched up in this like old fabric scraps that I purchased, and I ironed it out, and it's just so beautiful. It's so stunning. Like, look, this was all like, you can tell it was all just like cotton, and they just did like the thread pulling and embroidery. It's so amazing. Absolutely stunning piece. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And so that's in here with this little hat pin piece. And just put it back together. And then I also have a little peg on it. And then, oh, that stupid crystal. I don't know why it's like falling out or something. There's this beautiful cotton trim. It's hand crocheted, and it's like a hand crocheted, and then they dangled these little flowers, pink, blue, and yellow. Isn't that so cute? That's from Turkey. There's this beautiful what's this called? Ribbon that I made a long time ago, and I thought I did not have any left, and I found some on the very bottom of one of my drawers, and I love this ribbon. It's so stunning. It was made of the most beautiful fabric. You're gonna come out of here. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Why it's there's this little dolly peg with some of this sweet little trim on it that you guys have seen in other things. There's also this vintage doily. It's so thin. It's just such a tiny thread. Beautiful little doily, kind of like the one that was on top. There's these two gorgeous hand crocheted trims from Turkey. They're so beautiful. And this crocheted trim from Turkey. So lovely. Like the workmanship is just amazing. You can even see how thin the threads are. So lovely. And that's still stuck in there. I don't know what the deal is. Let me, oh, it's hooked on something. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it out. Okay, there we go. Finally. So this is a crystal off of an old chandelier. That was what was sticking and making it so hard to open. And there's some beautiful little buttons in here. So these are some beautiful glass, or I don't know if that one's glass, but this is a glass button. And this beautiful button with the check rhinestones. And you got 3 more of those. You got the bigger ones, 3 of the bigger ones. Beautiful. And then this is like a beaded button, bridal button, super stunning. So that's all in the first drawer. We'll put the doily that was in the bottom back in there. So yeah, each drawer just has a few beautiful little things that you can add to your collection. Not to mention the oops, those 2 little bits. The lace book that you get with it. Missing anything? Oh, just the crystal. Okay, so the crystal's in there. And then in the next drawer, so the drawers do come completely out, so you don't ever have to worry about that. Anything getting stuck like it was before, because they do come completely out. Here's some tatting, probably a yard of beautiful vintage tatting. This is just so sweet. I love this mirror charm. It's so beautiful and intricate. It's gorgeous. I love these charms. Another sweet little applique. And then I just have a bunch of little bits and bobs, little appliques and doilies, some tatting, a little baby doily, some more tatting. So just a bunch of little cute little bits that I love keeping in these kind of drawers just to use for scraps and snippets. This is some gorgeous hand crocheted dainty trim from Turkey. Same with that one. Here's some buttons. This is just a vial full of vintage buttons. There's a glass crystal one down there too. Lovely. And then this is a little vial of pearls, buttons, crystals, and there's clay, or sorry, porcelain flowers in there, and bling. All the lovely things. And then some more buttons, vintage buttons. And another little super itty bitty teeny tiny rickrack. And then on here, there's just some little snippets of cute pieces. Doily. And then this is again, hand crocheted from Turkey lace. Or, yeah, lace. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. Like, there's the detail is amazing. I don't even know how they do it. And then there's a couple more doilies in here, some beautiful doilies. Just because I wanted to put doilies in the bottom of the drawers, like it would be in a real drawer. I mean, a real cabinet, or where do you find your treasures? So that's all in there. All these pretty little pieces. I want it to be like, you find in your grandma's hope chest or whatever, a little little treasures. And then in this drawer we have all of the bling that is super gorgeous that I own. So these are all Czech crystals. This is a glass button with just some pearl painting on it. This is another beautiful Czech button. These really are gorgeous new old stock buttons from made in Czechoslovakia. Beautiful bridal button with sequins. Another Czechoslovakian crystal adornment. You have more of these Czech crystal buttons that I really rarely ever let go of these ones. They are just so amazing. They're like vintage brooches, but they're new old stock, so which is so hard to find. This little pearl dangle, another Czech adornment, a couple of them, so beautiful. Some more of those really sweet little buttons. So all the pretty things. Another adornment from Czechoslovakia. You got a whole bunch of buttons in here. Pearl buttons, Czech buttons, or Czech rhinestone buttons. Just a whole bunch of pretties in here. Yeah. This is really just full of all the lovely things. I know, everybody has different style and taste. I guess if I'm talking my taste, all the lovely things. And then in the last drawer, there's like all these little bobbins with stuff on them. So I put little laces on all these little spools. They're so cute. And I had some little vintage buttons I threw in there. Look at this super old Coates and Clark spool, and I put this really sweet little lace on it. And same with this one. So cute. Sewing silk, warranted, shade 60. How many yards does it say? A yard. No, 50 a yard. Springfield, full pure dye, lengthen. I don't know, I can't really read it. That's a really awesome bobbin though. I love all the writing on it. Clark's, ONT, Coat and Clark's merchandised. This one had 25 yards. Sweet little lace. And then this little lace is super cute. It's little white rosettes with this ice green leaf, rococo type trim. And then you got a bunch of more little adornments in here. You got an old vintage cameo that's off of a piece of jewelry. It came off, so I put that in there. You have some of these old sequin. They're so cool. There's an old, like, there's a bow charm in there, a big button, some more buttons with some lettering. So all the fun stuff we love, or I love. Keep saying we. I hope I'm saying what you guys like too. But all that pretties. So all of this is in here. So that's all in this dresser right here. And you also get the lace book. So this all together, I'm gonna do an offer up on it. And I'm gonna call this one lace book and dresser in bag. Let me write this down. Lace book and dresser in bag. So this will be an offer up, or if a pre-sale, like, again, if you contact me, if you're you can always contact me if you're interested. So you can contact me if you're interested. So that's all there. I'm going to set this stuff over there and repackage everything later so we can get this done with. My daughter's going to be off work soon, so I need to finish this up. I hope you're all doing well still. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I only have a couple more things. So I showed this on the first video that I did. You can see, so I'll just quickly go through it. So I made this little button card, so stinking cute. It's kind of pinks. Got lace on here with the Rococo trim. This Rococo trim I love with the chiffon. So sweet. This is a really awesome floral cotton trim. It should be like a yard of that. This super sweet, dainty little lace, ruffle lace trim is so cute. And then this is a beautiful Rococo style trim as well with the pink flowers and the like sage green leaving. Beautiful. This is a ribbon with this tulle type ribbon under it. This is a gorgeous lace. I love all the piping on it. This is a beautiful yard of hand crocheted trim. Stunning. This is another beautiful cotton trim. I love the dimension on these little spots. Oops. This is a lovely, beautiful mauve pink, gorgeous lace. I think I'm gonna get that from Rosie. These are two little mauve pink trim and a tulle trim and two beautiful little mini laces. So these lace cards are all handmade, and actually finally found a die for this one. So super sweet tray that this all fits in. And then this is also in there. This I actually got from it was a like, you bought it in like half yard increments, but you can cut it apart and use it as little brooches or whatever. And I think I got that from KS for You as well. So I know I've mentioned her a lot today. I used to be a design team member for her a long years and years and years ago. And so I used to buy lots of lace from her as well, because her prices were good. Okay, and then also you have this is a beautiful cotton lace. It's like got sunflowers on it. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to open it, but it's all rolled up. This is a really sweet rosette trim on a ribbon. Has all these beautiful roses. It's stunning. Beautiful, beautiful trim. You get about, oops. I don't know how much of this, like over a foot, but there's quite a bit of, you can see the ribbon or the roses you can use on it. This is like a buttonhole trim, so you can use these so you can attach buttons. And then you also have this beautiful trim right here. It's like a cotton trim. There's a yard of that. So that is what's all rolled up and pretty in there. And I have to put that all back together. There's a little sweet bobbin of this Rococo trim. So sweet. There's a little glass vial of bling, and there's porcelain flowers in there. You can see there's some rhinestones and pearls. Okay, and then in this box it has a whole bunch of these beautiful pearls. There's little roses, there's tons of vintage buttons, there's some like really cool vintage beads, there's some like vintage jewelry that you can turn into like, I turn into like a tassel. There's charms in here, like there's a bunch of sewing charms in here. There's bobbins. There's like pearl buttons. There's some of these beautiful pearls. There's wood hearts. There's just so much. There's a lock in here. There's a metal leaf in here. There's just so much fun stuff, like a little spoon charm. There's like stone work hearts in here, keys. It's just full of treasures, and I hate to show you every little thing because it's kind of fun to get it and go through it, you know, one by one. So that's just in the first little slot here. And then I better put this back how it came. So anyways, I hope you're all having a good Thursday. I wish it was my Friday. I work on the weekends, so it's not my Friday. So tomorrow, even though tomorrow is Friday, it's not my Friday because I'm still gonna be working on Saturday. But I'll have Sunday off for to go to church and everything. So that goes in there. And then we also have this little box. And you can see, aren't these so cute? I handmade all of these little boxes. I don't know why, but I really like making little boxes. I'm a weirdo. And in here is a bunch of, again, pearls. Like I made this little dangly bit, like with one of those dimpled teardrops. There is like bead caps, pearl buttons. There's some really awesome rhinestones. Like I've shown you before, some of the check buttons. There's some of these really cool adornments. There's this really cool button in here. There's just a whole bunch of cool vintage-ish jewels and bits and bobs that if you're a vintage lover, you will love, I think, or most likely will. So that's in there. And then in here is this is a doily, and it is so sweet. It's handmade. It's a little mini doily, and it is, inside of it is wrapped some of this beautiful bumpy trim, like a yard. Beautiful. And then in this box is full, I believe, of crochet things. Hand crochet, or no. Or maybe there is. So there's this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous last one of my appliques that are like this. Absolutely, completely stunning, amazing. So many beads on it. So beautiful. There's that. And then there's one of those gorgeous, gorgeous mirrors. Mirror charms. I love these so much. I didn't even keep them for myself. There's a whole bunch of little doilies in here. Some little like beads that are embroidered. There's a little dress that I made. Some little doilies. There's some little vines. Oops, sorry, I should be holding this up. Some little vines. A bunch of little cute pieces. Look at this. This is an old crystal from a chandelier. Some of those little pieces. Sequin pieces. This is a hand crocheted doily that I made. There's like 3 of those in there. Or maybe not in here. There's tatting. This is some embroidery that I did. Trying to make it look like a little wreath. Super cute. There's some vines. There's like a little dress in here. Where's it at? Must be in the bottom. There's some appliques. Come on, where you at, girl? Where you at, girl? There's a whole bunch of little appliques in here. I can't find it. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. But that applique on top is just so stunning. All the beading is just amazing. Like, I don't know if you guys look into oops, I put this on. I gotta rewrap this. I'll rewrap it later. But then there is a yard of this beautiful tatting. Gorgeous tatting. There's this vintage trim like a border type trim. It's vintage and beautiful. There's some chiffon trim. There is a little this trim, which is like a flower, embroidered flower trim. There is some more boxes. So in here, there's like this little applique. I put some of these super sweet ribbon embroidered flowers. Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. There's some really pretty dangles. There's a crystal in here. There's some flowers, buttons. Just, oh, look at this beautiful crown. You know, just a ton of, there's an applique folded up all the way in the bottom. A vintage one. It's super sweet. These little flowers. A lot of those were from KS for You. She got a ton of flowers when she bought out this one shop, I think. And yeah, she had a ton of flowers that I remember she went through, and they were just all so beautiful. And then 2 more boxes. And then in here, to remake all these, there's a bunch of bling. So a bunch of the beautiful bling from Czechoslovakia, and all the gorgeous bits and bobs that I've hoarded forever and ever. All these bits. So all those lovely, lovely yumminess is in that little box. And then what else? I think I showed that box. And then this last box. Does this have the crochet in it? Or some more crochet? Yeah, or no. There's a tassel. A little bouquet of flowers. Oh, there's a little dress. A little dress. And I made a sequin flower. Some more beautiful buttons and cameos and cabochons. And a bunch of little crochet work that I've done, like little crochet doilies. Just a whole bunch of beautiful bits and bobs. I really want you to be able to explore this. I crocheted this little square and then I wrapped it around these flowers. I love these flowers. They're so fun to make charms out of. Absolutely stunning, I tell you. Which I've done that in the past as well. And then you got, I'm going to just lift this up, a whole bunch of little handmade bobbins that I made with little itty bitty laces, little dainty laces on here. Look at those. Oh, so sweet. Look at that rickrack and that other lace. It's just so sweet. You can watch the first video if you want to see more detail. Oops, that's a little. So all this, and then there's another little box with more. This is like French written script on it. This is a velvet trim. This is some seam binding that's crinkled. Another cute cotton trim. Another beautiful lace. And another really pretty lace. So that is all in that box. Whew. That was a lot. So that is all in there. And then all I really have left is a couple more boxes. And I think I'll just do that tomorrow or the next day. I'm just I'm tired. So after, because I worked all day today as well too. So not to make excuses. I know a lot of us work all day and then craft all night. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate your time. You're the best. I wanted just to make this video for the people that are emailing me if they're interested. I appreciate all your time and all your support. Hugs and much love, and I will try to make another video tomorrow to finish with the rest of the stuff I have. Oh, and I forgot this. This is called the, oh geez, tray with laces and embellishments. Let me write that down real quick before I forget. Tray with lace, or wait, is that the one? Yeah, tray with lace and embellishments. And this one was gonna be offer up as well, or put that one or 145 for this tray. Okay, thank you guys so much. Hugs and love. Appreciate you all. My email contact is in the description. Thank you. Bye.